Hello! Thank you for joining us for our first session of Chrono Trigger. Voice acted by us.
That was way too fun. We need to do it. We need to do it again. We need to do it again.
We need to do
Absolutely.
more.
Yeah.
No, that was wild, yo.
I like
Yeah,
how
it's
we
good
all decided to do the creature sound effects.
I like that we decided it was more important to voice the monsters getting beaten up horribly by god tier powers instead of voicing the main characters.
And you guys are playing the game like really fast. There's really not like a lot of lull time in between, so it's fun.
That was kind of the
New
point
Game
of
Plus.
the New Game Plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like
Could
that.
you imagine
I
if we
want
had
to
to
play the
skip
game
every
like that.
I'm wondering if it's if people like us doing voices on the spot, or if they would, if it would be better to come up with the character voices so that we kind of know what we're.
I feel
doing.
like for like NPCs, it's
Combo.
fun on the spot, and then we all have
Yeah.
like a couple main characters that we'll probably put a little more effort into.
Yeah.
So,
Does
'cause
anybody
I don't know
feel-
exactly what I'm gonna do for Magis, but I'm not gonna phone that
Yeah.
in. That sounds fun.
So Reese and I were talking about the pronunciation of it, and I
Okay.
jokingly said Magus because we both agreed it was a hard G. But
It's either Magus or Magus.
not Magus. I mean,
Magus
it could
is
be.
cool.
It could be. Nobody's actually said it out loud. Like in
Or
any
Magoose,
capacity.
like I suggested earlier.
Yeah, I favor
That was just
Magoose.
3 lines.
Magoose. Magoose.
Magus.
That's how it's.
Hey everybody,
exactly how
I'm
it's spelled.
Magoose.
And honestly, nobody agreed
I wanna
on
hear.
the pronunciation of lean was very.
That was
Amazing.
I would prefer if his name is Magoose, he just takes
Magoose?
it really seriously, like no
I
joke.
wanna-
We're just
Like,
gonna
I
call
was
you
thinking-
Magoose.
When you said, my name's Magoose, it sounded like it was like something else. Oh, that'd be funny.
My name's Magoose, you silly goose.
So speaking of voices, since this is our first time doing it, did anybody feel like they wanted feedback on anything that they were doing? Because I mean, I was happy and excited to just go along and hear what everybody was doing.
Yeah,
I just thought
yeah.
it-
I feel like it was
just doing
definitely very playful. Yeah.
Dost thou even lift?
Bro.
Well, we've worked on Reese's frog voice a little bit already, some of us. So I
wasn't
thought that was
there when
great.
you guys were
Oh, yeah.
workshopping it. So I'm excited. Yeah, he told me it was Sean Connery-esque, and I was like, oh, okay.
that was his instinct, and we're like, you know what? Let's roll with it.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, Glenn will sound different.
Okay, cool. I'm excited to hear that too. Yeah.
Dawn Froggery.
I do like beyond the visual distinctions you were bringing, Heidi, to Tomorrow and Luca. It was
going
fun
back
watching
and forth,
the back and forth and hearing, your distinct. Marl's voice in particular is very much distinct.
Yeah, I really liked what you did with Luca. I thought that was cool. You had like kind of like a texture and a little accent.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did I have an accent?
Well, wait, I don't think accent is the right word. Like affect.
Yeah.
Is that the right word?
Probably, yeah.
Affectation.
Yeah. Affectation.
For Luca? Yeah.
I did.
Yeah,
I
you did a good
voiced her
job
once where I
separating the
put
two.
on a slightly nasally thing, but I don't quite remember how I did that.
You just kind of like you tightened your mouth a little bit more when you talked to her as her, and it didn't have the brightness, but I liked it. Yeah, more of it was like more grounded versus Marl.
Yeah, she's just like, wee.
Yeah,
Airy.
Those cool little
Yep.
things that you do to, make the character sound different or bring things out. Like, I know with
Yeah.
what I do, I just kind of make my mouth, just all this weird shit with my face. Not remembering that the camera's on me, so it's like, thankfully there's 5 other people that they can.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, I'm making faces.
Not
even
watch
when
me.
I'm not talking. So
I was mostly focused on the game footage, so I'm excited to see what your faces were doing.
yeah,
I wasn't paying
guys
attention to the cameras
fine
at
the
all.
bottom, and then the game right on top. So
Like, if
I
you-
was glad I could see
Yeah.
everybody.
If you watch me as Frog, I'm doing this all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meh.
I have to talk like this out the side of my mouth. So it's just, yeah, it's really interesting. There's just different, like you really do have to do these physical things to change how your voice sounds when you're doing voice acting. It's definitely not something that you.
That's like, and
would
it's
think
and this
about,
game is
you
very
know.
much from like the animation era, so that I feel
Oh,
like
yeah.
all that stuff works so well
And
for these
I think
characters.
even going a little bit anime-esque on this one fits, especially
And
with
very much
Toriyama's
of the
artwork.
time too, because I feel like that's not as present or as
Yeah.
prevalent in anime anymore.
and Akira Toriyama himself, the legend.
Yes,
Hell yeah.
exactly. So
R.I.P.
I mean, the artwork itself is anime as hell.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z and all that. So
So with that
So,
in mind, I guess we need about 100 more.
Nani?
that was like Home Improvement.
Nice.
Oh, good lord.
Make me choke on my water. Water. Make me choke on my water. Water from down under.
How did everybody feel about? Because I don't know how much more he comes back in the story, but about Taban.
I liked what he
voice.
did. I mean, I don't think he really comes into this story, but you can visit his house and be like, "Hey, how's Luca doing?"
Yo, what's up? Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and I think every time you visit him, he gives you like a new invention to give to Luca.
Yeah.
And it's named after him.
Yeah.
Awesome.
He was the one beating on the machine, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was him. Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was
I
fun
liked
that
it.
you had like a announcery like performance mode, and then when everybody was, when it was more serious, you had like
Get out of
a
here.
different vibe there.
Show's over here. Go home.
Well, and because
There we go.
I'm one of the folks who doesn't know the game really at all, aside from its reputation, and so asking Heidi and Reese beforehand, because I had kind of the gruff inventor sort of thing in my head, and they're like, "Oh no, he's like a kind, sweet, super supportive," and I was like, "Oh okay," which
But why
fit-
can't you be kind and gruff?
No, well, because here's the thing. As soon as I started thinking more along those lines, because Heidi had a really interesting thought around Gato, who is one of Luca's inventions, basically having her father's voice.
Oh, that's fun.
So I was like, oh, okay, so I can kind of play it that Gato is, Taban singing in a very exaggerated operatic way, which is where I got the kind of performative thing for when he was presenting. So that was fun to, and that whole thing, by the way, I was literally, and I hope I did it justice, because I literally looked at the clip from the anime and listened to how the Japanese artist actor performed Gato's song. And it was like, okay, I will try to replicate this as closely as I can in the English version.
Nice. That's fun. I didn't
Yeah,
even know
I
that
think you did a
existed.
great
That's
job.
awesome.
Thank you for watching it beforehand.
Oh yeah, watching it, drilling it,
Studying it.
40, 50 plus times. Yeah.
Oh dear God.
That's so funny. That's so good. Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't know what to
anyways,
do with the
so-
singing part that you guys.
I feel
threw
like
at
you
me.
guys did great. I liked it was like Magus, singing to Magus. Yeah. Thank you for being so impromptu about it. Just like I don't know, it's a song. But yeah, I was the one who chose suggested the game for this because it's very important to me, and it's like the game that I played that just inspired me to do everything that I do. And so it's always nice to return to a
Awesome.
childhood classic and be like, yes, it still holds up. I still love the hell out of this game.
It hasn't aged a day.
Yeah, I
It
mean
really
the
hasn't.
music. I was like,
Hey, the music's so
like,
tight.
it's hard to explain like what it's like when you're like playing an emulator when you're like 7 years old and you like go back in time and you're like, oh, what is this new music? And you're like, oh my
Yep.
God, where's the girl I was running around the fair with? I'm gonna go into this inn and talk to the people here. What do you mean there's no millennial fair? And then Wind Scene is just playing in the background and I'm like, oh, it's so good.
It's awesome.
The characters are so good. The story is equally excellent, and the gameplay just it it's ageless. In a game about time travel, it is. Timeless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it
Yeah.
not only inspired a ton of like hundreds of games that came after it,
Mhm.
it still like got it right better than most of the games that try and copy it. So
Yeah, like when I play games nowadays that are on Steam and they're like Chrono Trigger inspired, and I'm like, are you really? Are you? Yeah, sure you can be
We'll see.
inspired, but will you
Yeah,
hold
we'll
up?
see about that.
And yeah, like so far, nothing has held up, but Reese has made another recommendation, so we'll see about that one.
nice. It doesn't play anything like it, but I just started playing Berserk Boy, and it's like a retro like kind of it's
Oh,
like
man, I
Mega
wanna try that.
Man and like Sonic inspired because you're like moving fast and switching
That
powers.
looks
But
awesome.
but the music every once in a while reminds me of Chrono Trigger.
Interesting.
Awesome.
Just the music, not at all the gameplay.
Who did the music for this? Who did the music for this? Was it Nobuo Uematsu?
No.
I don't know, but
Kitase?
it's a Square game, and
Is
they
that
just have like
the-
a feeling all in the one library.
Yasunori
Yeah.
Mitsuda, as
Yeah.
Google says.
Mitsuda?
Probably butchered that.
Chrono Trigger. Composer.
Yeah, Yasunori Mitsuda.
Yasunori Mitsuda.
What else is?
Mitsuda.
Chrono,
Probably a
Xeno,
lot.
Shadow Hearts. Oh, Shadow Hearts.
Xenoblade
And
Chronicles
it is-
3.
Ooh,
What?
thank you.
Xenoblade Chronicles 3,
Jeremy's
which
pressing
is
buttons.
which
Xenoblade
is
Chronicles
one
3
of the
is
best
fantastic.
soundtracks in the game in recent years.
I found the disc.
Whoa, duck!
Yes.
I feel like the Xenoblade series in general has really
I'll
good
stop.
What is
music.
happening?
Just so sweeping, just like these giant landscapes, and you're like, wow, music.
Well, guys, that was really fun. I got to run, but
All right.
yeah, hit me up when you're
Thanks
trying
for
to do the
being
next
here.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also every day in our group chat. So
Yeah.
Jeremy.
All right, have a good one. Thanks for being our peoples.
yeah, see you
We'll
guys.
get you
Corey.
in, we'll get you in
Keep
as
going.
Magus eventually.
Yeah, Magus.
You said Magus that
Magoose.
time.
I know. That was weird.
And
Magoose.
thanks everybody for sticking around for the after chat. We appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks for
We'll see you in the next one.
stick around for
Yeah,
the next
I wish
one.
I had a little bit more time, but this was good. See ya.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. Bye.
Bye, Corey.
Bye.
Peace.
All right.
Bye.
Well, there's the rest of us now. Lawrence, you didn't get to say much. Would you like to add anything?
I don't think I have anything resounding to add. Other than I apologize for being late. It's been one of them.
It's okay, sleepyhead.
No, it was.
It's
fun
also
to just
stupid
kind of-
o'clock for you. So
Yeah.
and Reese.
Yeah, I mean, goodness sakes, dude. The commitment.
Yeah. It's I enjoyed being like, I enjoy doing all the stuff we do anyway, and practicing all the time and stuff. But with with that, it was fun to kind of just do it on the fly with random characters and just kind of have to accept that it's like, okay, whatever we say is said. Carry on.
I mean, this is
Yeah,
what
it's
I
a good
do on
improv.
stream all the time. Like, because this is just what I've been doing for 2 years, just streaming. Like, I even streamed this like a year ago, and I was everyone.
Yeah.
check out Reese's Twitch channel. Probably sarcastic.
Shameless plug.
It's pretty great.
I guess we'll have links to our own stuff.
Yeah, I'll. We should
Yeah.
like compile our links and
Stuff and things and whatnot.
I'll put them in the description.
For sure. On that point, this being our first one, maybe we should talk a little bit about like how this all came about, how we all got connected, and
Yeah.
all of that.
Skills up, yo.
Yep.
Skills up, yo!
It all started with The Princess Bride.
True. Which I wasn't even a part of.
I know.
I don't know if I should move the Princess Bride video to the Door channel now.
But the thing is, I don't think we could legally post it
Copyright.
because
Yeah.
copyright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically,
Yeah.
we ran through the entire script doing stupid voices. Well, not just stupid voices, that's not true, but we ran through the
Mowed.
entire script.
I'll pull the curtain back even further. Of course, we said at the top we're all voice actors. Some have been at it. We've all been at it in various ways, various areas, various parts of the journey. But all of us have found one another through Jennifer Hale's Skills Hub platform for voice actors, which is fantastic. And if you have any interest in the medium, you should check it out.
We're not sponsored.
We are not sponsored, but we just love the opportunity that it presents us, and so one of the things there is workout rooms, which are just peer-led things. Anybody can throw one together. Sometimes one of the coaches will put one up, but it's mostly just us idiots just throwing stuff down, getting together and doing silly voices and practicing and rehearsing and just having a blast. And so the Princess Bride thing was one of them. And there had been rumblings, I think there had been different conversations happening with different folks at different times about, hey, we should maybe let's do something together. Let's just put this out there for the world, because this is such a special thing. And so here we are.
And now we're voicing an entire game together.
Exactly.
I did have a thought about the Princess Bride thing. I think even if we can't post the entire thing, we could take the funny clips of us fucking up. You're sick, kid.
there's some fun ones in there for sure.
And I think at least then we wouldn't be trying to reproduce the entire movie against copyright. So
and I've got the entire script for Galaxy Quest.
Oh boy.
I've got to say though, seriously, I've just done about 4 days in a row of long days, mainly at work, but also I had to get up early after a late night to go to at Stoke to do something, and then I had to go to work and then get up and do another long shift, and then I had to get up we got out late because we got out late every day in the last week, and then 11 hours later. So it was nice to just hang out and do this, because I haven't been able to attend the workout rooms over the last couple of days, and it's it was very much it felt like I never came home. It was one of those, you come home, you go to sleep, you get back to work, you come home, you go, and it's oh my god, it's the relief to do this, and then know as well, because I'm thankfully off the next few days, especially because we're shot on Easter Sunday, thank God. It's just it genuinely is such a sense of relief to have been able to do this with you guys now, and then just to know that the weekend's ahead as well. It's so thanks for running this thing.
Yeah, thanks for being here and showing up and waking up from your nap.
and in a week where I was not well.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
I'm fine.
And just remember the name Dang Awesome Walla, because we are gonna keep doing what we're doing.
There's gonna be more
voices in the background.
There's gonna be a lot more. We have other ideas in the works, and all kinds of ways to entertain ourselves and entertain anybody who is entertained.
I know the biggest one I want to do is Final Fantasy IX.
Cool.
I'm down for it.
We should take suggestions too. Let's see if people have ideas for games that aren't voiced that could use some voices.
We could do the entirety of Phoenix Wright.
Talked about even things that aren't conventionally, like video games and stuff, things that are in the public domain, and doing scripts, and just going through and doing the characters of that, which is what we did with Princess Bride, and we've done with a handful of other scripts with other members from Skills Hub, which is basically how all of us met each other. So it's gonna be fun if you want to subscribe and hang out and all that good shit. All the things that you do on YouTube, you know what it is.
You know the thing, the button, you know how it works. Make it happen.
Subscribe and hit the bell.
The thing,
the
thing
corner.
down there.
There's a little chrono in the corner that you can click.
Subscribe.
Click on the chrono, subscribe, hit the bell icon.
I feel like little Chrono is gonna, no matter what project we end up doing in the future, it's still gonna be Chrono just hanging out in the corner.
We could change it. We could change it per project.
But why would we?
We'll the main character of whatever game we're playing. Like if we do Phoenix Wright, it's just Phoenix in the corner going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were cut
Amazing.
off frame then, so I'm going to assume you were pointing.
Yes.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Oh man.
That's the end.
All right.
Well,
I think that's it. We're all
guys.
tired. Thanks for hanging out with a bunch of us weirdos from Dang Awesome Walla, y'all.
yep.
More to come.
Yep.
Subscribe.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello, this.